So I got a new setup. I probably sound completely different because I'm running an amp and everything. Setting up this microphone has been very difficult, but is yielding results. There's not very much on the internet about what you should do and how you should set it up. It's all USB microphones. There's nothing on actual amps and everything. So it's been quite a journey trying to get this thing to work and where I sound normal. It either picks up too much or whatever. Anyways, let's get into the market. Things have been wild. Or I guess the lack of has been making things wild. The other day we caught a long around like 42.8 or so. Let's see, it was before we had that run up. I think I got in like around here. Anyways, around 40,000. I've been in a long. Also took a long at 43 on a lower value. Just kind of in this area here. And it's been, there's just no gas. That's how CryptoFace says it. Look at that. You want to talk about like, we have crazy price action, things moving, manipulation, nothing. And we just go sideways. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow is mainly what the plan and strategy is here. See what the market maker does. You can see that retail has absolutely no impact on the market whatsoever. But it's just a matter of what the market maker is going to bring us. I've been keeping my eye on Nails. And Nails has been going. You see what's going on with their project. This thing has been blowing up and it's still very, very low compared to what it normally was. This is a BRC20 token. Mobile, not doing much, but it is on a list of movers for the day. It's not doing much. Jesus Coin, I have said it's going to do something like 10 times and it never, I guess it's kind of doing it now. Before it, I don't even know. Okay, look, I have fundamentals with this coin. It's got a lot of value in fundamentals in a sense, and that's the reason that I stick with it, and that's the reason that I'm knowing it's going to go up when this next bull run hits, and that's the reason I stay in this coin. I know everyone wants to make $1 million off their 10 bucks they invested in it, but if you just hold it, you could probably make $1,000 or $2,000. So just leave that alone. You can pull your $100 out and take profit and whatever and spend it on dinner, but it's better if you just leave it in. And that's how I feel. Like I've 3x'd on this so far and it's up there, you know, but I'd rather leave it in and find out what happens and that chance that it turns into hundreds of thousands of dollars than I would in the current profit. So we'll have to see on that. Going over to Bitcoin again, just not much. We had the kind of the scam breakout. I really thought we would get to 50k. I really did. We got very close. I was thinking we should have at least got to 50k, and that could mean that we come back up to go to 50k. It could very well mean that. Enabling the psychosis indicator. We're gonna disable the swing lines, run just the whales. And look at this here. We have a double whale line around 41. Well, it goes out to 41. Around 40,150 to 30,000. This probably will be the range that if we didn't reach the top, this probably will be the area that we dip into and then get a run up if that's going to occur. Now, these big companies like BlackRock, they create problems artificially, such as pulling things from the market, like GBTC is off here, pulling things from the market to create panic. Now, I was thinking that if they brought investors in through a spot ETF on BlackRock, and then they dumped the price of Bitcoin and they manipulated the price of Bitcoin 50%. Like, Bitcoin is a wild west, okay? It's not regulated. It doesn't really matter who does what to it. There's nothing, okay? It's just a matter of like how you bring the traders in and if you scam them or not, and that's why Binance is in trouble. So they were countering traders, and you know, they don't want to say anything because that's a very, very, very profitable market. And that's why I tell you to be very careful when margin trading, because the exchange makes money off of liquidating you, and they work together. So don't think they don't. They work together. They use data from the same place, and its sources and connects to each other. Like they have methods of doing this. And if you go and you look and you see what data like these exchanges use, they all work with each other. It's crazy. So I won't get too far into that because it'll probably get me removed from things. And you gotta understand that they make money off of hunting you, so you make it hard for them to hunt you. And that's how you'll make it. Taking the course, actually, before I get into that, I updated the 1000X handbook the other day. We have a lot of new coins on there, new protocols, everything. So if you want to check that out, psychotrading.org. Check out the course as well. We're kind of upgrading the channel, getting things in. I'm spilling money into everything, trying to get it all working a little better. I want to put more effort into this is why. And my first setup was obviously putting an amp and a microphone. So that was something very interesting and spirit led, by the way. Very interesting on that part. Yeah. But yeah, on Bitcoin, we're just waiting to kind of see what's going on here. I really expected us to dip higher, but if you go and you look at the monthly, we do have, I'm not using the other chart. Let me get a different chart up that's not full of lines. Okay, we're gonna have to use this one. This is something I put a while back, as in a method that we would top and that, gosh damn it. Okay, a method that we would top and then pull back down and have some sort of, if we were going to repeat what happened March of 2020, which ignited that other bull run. So I'm kind of wondering, in a sense, if we reach that point, because you can see that clearly we went right into a supply zone and that we're pulling down. And I mean, I don't think we're going to go that low. I have no idea. See, the thing is, like, nobody knows. Sometimes you can predict it, but a lot of times you can't. So like, that's something that you have to understand is like, this was COVID. This wasn't really a predicted thing. This was people panicking, and then market makers who all work together. They're all in the same group as the people who made the other thing. They worked together and they bought up everything and with oil. You guys have to understand, like, what's their moves. That's what we target, is we look at what is the market maker doing, what's their goal. Their goal is to smash retail. How can we ride on their coattail? And that's the way that you make it, is you ride the coattails of the market maker. You know what the market maker is going to do. It's a very strategic plan in there. If you don't believe the market maker exists, you will not be successful at trading unless you're really lucky. But that is something too that you have to take into account and not let it dominate your trading, where you're like, oh, well, I'll never make any money because I'm just going to get squandered. And that's not the way to think of it at all. It's just like, if you go into a bad area, the chances of you getting robbed are really high. So you're walking into an area where there's a lot of money potential, and the chances of you getting robbed are really high. You get it? So that's something that you have to understand, and you come into account, and you play your cards. You understand the situation, and you strategically play. And that's how we have to see margin trading on Bitcoin. That's why most of the time I push that spot positions are so much better, and that's why we're invested in BRC20, DRC20, and the new protocol. That's on the ordinals. It's in the ordinals handbook, but it is an ordinal. Yes, this is in the 1000x trades handbook, psychotrading.org. You don't know how to trade ordinals, you don't know how to buy any of them, do anything. Our course is fantastic. It's still, see, I want people to do well. It still has the discount, Psycho 20 or 20 off, one of the two. And that brings the course down to like $140 or something, 160. That ain't bad at all. I normally sell that course at 300, and it should be worth thousands, and it will be worth thousands. So if you're early, hop in that. I'm telling you, it will change the way you think. It's literally an aggregation of 10 years of experience in the market and the things that changed me and helped me. So I hope it will help you, and that's the reason that I push it. That's the reason I even put the effort into creating it. I haven't really made anything off of it. I do way better trading, but I want to help people. I want to build a community. And we actually just broke 1,400 subscribers on YouTube. So that's kind of a milestone. Pretty cool. And with these videos, my voice is probably going to change a little bit as I kind of fine tune these settings and pull mid and treb and add treb and bass, stuff like that. And naturally I have a deeper voice, so I might have to pull bass out. It's just things working on it. Bear with me. Let me know what you think of the audio. It's my first time using a condenser microphone and all that, so bear with me on that. And let me know. Be sure to join the Telegram, psychotrading.org. And I think that is pretty much it. It doesn't look like anything's really happening in the market other than the push off of this zone here, which is that monthly POC, and then whatever's going to happen here. You know, the halving's in May, so I wonder if we're just going to sell off for a little bit and then freak everyone out and then run up. I mean, BlackRock suspended the ability to buy spot ETF, so they're just probably making it where nobody can buy it, so they can run the market down and get in their price. I still have not figured out really what price that they could run it to. Like I said earlier, it's very difficult to try to figure something like that out unless you see something very obvious. Like, for example, here, if we really thought that we were at the top of this range and we were going to drop, then I would look to target like 27,000, this zone here, with this demand area as being the low, and it could overshoot down to 22. But I'm just saying that like this area here would be, if we move down, boom, a hit, and then we take off. But however, deep down inside, I'm really feeling 50k. I'm really feeling that we should be hitting 50k. There's no reason that we didn't make it up there other than the monthly POC, but whatever. And some people got trades off that. Like I saw Geo traded that. That's amazing. I do a more longer term strategy, but that's amazing. I'm actually going to start looking into this market structure, guys, and seeing how to do market structure. It was something I was playing with on NASDAQ futures, but it's very hard to do these structure moves unless you're playing it by day. When you're trading on like NASDAQ, it's very difficult because the market moves so much and the contracts they cost so damn much. So it's very difficult. But on Bitcoin, it's different, and I will actually going to look into learning that. Mostly my strategy is the psychosis lines, which are spider lines. They're just like mega trend lines, and they're different than trend lines in an aspect because they're angled. You can see the angle of them, and that's the trick. if we look more at it, there is supply and demand zones, the real supply demand, not equilibrium like people think. So we have areas where the hedge funds would buy, and that's around 27. These areas here. So if we came down, boom, we'd looked along these areas for sure. And these red lines that are up are the whale lines in the psychosis indicator. Have I been showing y'all on the... Alright, I took the limitations off my indicator, so... Let me see. I apologize, it shouldn't be. That's fascinating. That's crazy. And I'm actually going to look into this because these are the lines that I used on NASDAQ, which are, man. Okay. So I'm going to dig into this. This would be a perfect area to long. And that's fascinating me because these are lines that I drew and processed in sort of an Excel algorithm to put in the indicator, and they work off of like mathematics with slopes and everything. So like, this is fascinating that I'm showing the NASDAQ lines and it's overlaying on Bitcoin. Maybe onto something. And if you watch this video, something special. So guys, please join the Telegram. Apologize for not catching this. And this is the ones I use for Bitcoin. And these are the ones I use for NASDAQ. That's fascinating. I'm looking into this. All right, guys, I will catch you in the next video.